Hey y'all, Jamie here. Proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, I was working at Papa Joe's Female Impersonators Club on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, and a customer had come in who was a European businessman with his secretary slash escort with him, who explained to me that he was quite serious about spending $30,000 on me to spend 30 days with him and her. Y'all, when I went home to Weasel's house uptown, if you've been paying attention, Weasel's house uptown, when I went home, Mickey went off. He was like, "No, you're not leaving me. You're going off, and fuck no." Child, I wasn't well. I wasn't well. Here he and I are trying to work things out after the whole debacle with my mother. And, you know, I wish I would have said that I left and that I told Mickey, fuck you, and that I went off and made $30,000 and got my surgery when I was 20 or 21. I wish. I wish that's what I would have done. But I didn't. I turned the man down, believe it or not. Turned him down. Was furious. I resented Mickey for years after that. It took me a long time to get other things done because of that. And it was a missed opportunity. It was 100% a missed opportunity. And I regret it. I regret that one to this day. Regardless of what I might or have or had regardless of what I might have had to do or not do with the female secretary slash escort. I mean, listen, as I said yesterday, I've done worse for worse with worse. Okay. Um, so yeah, I was prepared, but I chose my relationship, y'all. Stupid. Word to the wise for any of you young dolls watching this out there. Hell, some of you older dolls watching this out there. Don't, don't, don't sacrifice yourself for the sake of a man. Never sacrifice yourself for the sake of a man who doesn't even fucking deserve it. That would be my advice from lessons hard learned. So, Mickey and I moved to an apartment. Weasels was a temporary situation, and we got an apartment at a building on Esplanade Avenue, which is, Esplanade borders the quarter, and we were across Rampart though on Esplanade, so like going away from the quarter, going towards Mid City on Esplanade. Not far, not far. Across the street from Egley's Pharmacy, if any of you are familiar with the area. So we move in there, and at first, we moved into the garage apartment. Like at the back of the property, there was a building, there was a garage, and above the garage, there were two apartments, one on either side, of like a four-car garage, I think. Um, so yeah, we moved upstairs back there. And, you know, I didn't stay at Papa Joe's. I actually went back to the French casino across the street from Papa Joe's because, frankly, the thing that used to get on my nerves about Papa Joe's was the whole step right up, seeing is believing, buy a beer, see a queer. That whole freak show circus thing of, look, it's a man, it's a man. I'm not big on that, y'all. I'm really not. And sitting there answering a bunch of tourist questions of where do you put it? Where is it hidden? Do you do your own makeup? Does your family know? All of those legitimate questions. I was about to say stupid questions, but legitimate questions, y'all. Just listen. I mean, what do you want me to say? It got old. It got old. And so I went back to the French casino where, yes, there were dolls working there, but it wasn't advertised that way. So I could, do what we called playing fish at the straight strip club. And, I'm working there, and there's a girl that works there named Valerie. Valerie was a hoot. She had this really annoying voice, but, she was a sweetheart, but she had a really annoying voice. And so Valerie and she's teaching me how to work in the champagne booth in ways that I had not known before this. Like, Valerie taught me how to do the old throw a booby in their face while you're tipping in their pocket with your fingers kind of thing. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that's what happened. And, so Valerie taught me how to dip and do with those men up in those champagne booths, girl. And we were making money. And I'm trying to establish a home life with Mickey. And I want to have a normal home life with this boy, right? As much as possible. So one night I am making dinner and I was making I'll never forget it. I was making a big old batch of cabbage and little potatoes and sausage and oh, it was so good. Cornbread, the whole 9 yards. And my cabbage is simmering away on the stove and I'm stirring it and all of a sudden I hear pop, pop, pop. I know that sound and I know the sound of a gun. I've heard them many times in my life. I've had guns held on me, I've had guns pulled on me, I've had guns shot at me. If you've been listening to my stories for a while, I know a gun when I hear one. This was a gun. And when I looked outside, Mickey and I, went to go see went to go see what the fuck's going on. There's a young black man bleeding out in front of our building on the sidewalk. Well, crawling up towards the porch, up on our porch. And he's been shot. If y'all want to know what happened next, y'all know the routine. Be here tomorrow and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching and I love you for the comments. Talk to you later. Bye bye.